There's a lot of kinds of artichokes, but in the States we primarily see these. But there's big and small. It's obviously big, they're smaller than this. And there's a million ways of doing them. So what's universal? And what's universal is you cut this off. Cut the tip of the stem off. But the stem is really good to eat. So I would never take that off. If you're going to just steam or boil them, you kind of want to take off the hardest outer leaves. And that would do the same regardless of size. So you take those off. This is optional, but I often do it, and that's just cut the top off. So, and again, if I were going to steam this, I do those two things, and I would find a paring knife. So I would do that. That little nub of the leaves you took off, I cut that off, and cut as close to and that's really, really good to eat. So if I were steaming these, I would do nothing more than this. When you steam, then you have to know how to eat an artichoke, which you eat that part of the leaves, and they get softer and softer as you get in, and then you get to the choke and you have to remove that. But you can remove the choke before. So let's look at that. An artichoke is a cultivated thistle, and this part is prickly. It doesn't feel prickly, but if it gets in your throat, it's prickly. And these innermost leaves are not so great to eat, but this is the heart. I mean, you could just cut this right here and cook that and not even bother with the leaves, and people do that. But you want to take this choke out, this part this thistly part out before. So I usually use a spoon for that. That's pretty much done. So now if you cook this, by the way, if you see how it's discoloring already, if you want that to not happen, as you're cleaning them, you put them in water with lemon or vinegar in them, and they'll stay greener. This, you can saute, just cook until they're browned and crisp, and they'll be done, and you can eat that whole thing. Or you can steam them and then warm them up in oil, or you can deep fry them. I think this has been what I've been doing most is, and if you get them smaller, there's not even really a thistly part. But doing this and then sauteing them is my favorite thing these days.